Hello, and welcome back to my office. Hope everyone is having a lovely day. Hi, Spencer. Mwah. Uh, Thank you for getting first. Hope everyone is having a lovely day so far, because I am myself. I had a very easy day at work, so don't feel tired at all today. Sorry, I meant to start at exactly 6 o'clock, but then I realized my computer was off. And yeah, so I had to turn everything on in that a couple of minutes. But yeah, we're finally here. I know that I plan to play um, Ace Combat today, but then I realized that the new Genshin update is out, and I really wanted to play that. And then I thought, okay, that is going to take me a couple of hours, so why don't we do that instead? Then on Friday, we can try and finish all of Ace Combat in one go. Because tomorrow I will be watching Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So, yeah, we won't be here for that for a stream then. So, yeah, time to play some Genshin, look at some cute girls, pull for some cute girls, because we have a new chef girl in Genshin that we are going to be trying to pull for. I do have about 20 pulls. Okay, guess we're doing exercise from the start. At least something to get me going. One, one squat done. So yeah, we're just gonna be looking at the new quest and all the new stuff. I did boot it up just to get like all of the download stuff done, and like usual, Paimon says something right at the very start, and it was just saying, "Oh yeah, why don't we go to Mondstadt because it's the like festival happening there." So we're gonna go there. We're also gonna be doing our chef girl's main quest because her quest is out as well. So we're gonna be doing that as well. I'm really looking forward to it. We are gonna try to pull for her first. If we get her first, then that's wonderful, and then we can play with her as we, do her quest as well. There we go. That be good. I think I need to have Genshin dead. There we go. Perfect. Done. I have not played Genshin on stream in some time. Usually just I do the main quest, like the big updates, and then I just don't do anything else, just like dailies and so on, so I'd never actually play on stream. So, some of the stuff that we have is her. That's Kofiri? I have not done like test thing to see how she plays. I do know that she's a spear user, a cryo spear user. I already have like 3 of those, but I would not mind getting her as well. But we will see how she plays first, and this will determine if we want her or not. Okay. Oh, she has a full cryo team.
Outlines you. Neutralizing threats. Let's keep going. Dead reckon. An inspired melange. Boost on the loose.
Okay, so she doesn't.
Off to the freezer.
Interesting. Oh, so just a constant.
No,
Oh, she's a support. Okay, that's pretty good.
Precision strike. Getting here. Going under. Ring cutter. Now's her chance.
Understood.
The pinnacle of excellence.
think she might be a healer as well.
A dash of frost. Engaging.
Rain outlines your
Yeah.
fate.
Does seem good. Especially with the constant cryo. You don't have many
Fierce on the loose.
good, like, consistent cryo,
Had your chance. Let's keep going, team.
which is very good.
No.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me leave you a verse.
Off to the breather.
Yeah, a consistent cryo applicator. Very good. Hi, Claw. Hope you're doing well. I'm just checking out the new girl today. What I've seen just now, she's very good for applying cryo. So she's basically good in most teams that want to freeze. The power crept Yunha and Farina character. Yeah, because I thought like, okay, yeah, so Shinha is our main cryo support. She is technically better now. Yeah. I feel like Farina's still good because she's like one of the best Hydra applicators. No, I have not read the kit yet. I will need to do that. I'll quickly do this one as well to finish it off and just get the primo gems.
I'm going
That,
in. Submit. Give up. This one's got your name on it.
there we go.
Ah,
If you want, you can paraphrase it for me,
I'm Lucina with love.
because it seems like you've already read all of it.
Everybody stand at the fight. It's the
Where is it? Oh, over there.
coming at ya. Fire. Well, with frost. Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
Okay, that's that. I already know how Navi is. Hi, Romney! Hope you're doing well. So yeah, today we're going to be doing a couple of things. One, we're going to be doing the Chef Girl's quest. And two, we're going to be exploring here. Mondstadt, we're finally coming back to the new festival. There we go. It's already been a year. Thank you for that, Pat. Where is it? Ah, over here. If you have only Hydro and Cryo characters in the team, she reduces both Hydro and Cryo res up to 55%. Damn. Okay. Well, at least that really incentivizes Cryo and Hydro. Because, for example, most of my teams are Pyro. So it seems like they went really one way of like, okay, so most of the meta has been like Pyro. Let's do like Cryo with just this one character. Oh, about to enter a story mode. Continue. Yes, let's do that. Time to do some story. It looks so lovely.
Wow! The city is all decked out! Oh, it's beautiful! Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Oh, let's go. I do love the festivals. They're always so
Greetings,
lovely.
traveler. Paimon.
I'm just wondering how many of the
Doing
voice
the
actors are actually going to be,
during
you know,
Windbloom thing?
voice acted.
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year.
Because the last
But-
event that we had, which was Nahida's birthday, sort of went down the drain because there
Feel
was
free to take a
literally
look
not a
around.
single voice actor.
I think you'll pick up on something
Except Neely.
unusual.
Take a look around, huh?
Okay, there's a woman, some more people.
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
What?
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Starsnatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down? Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa! Something's
couple
off with
problems.
Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Maybe
I
she's
just
nervous.
need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do. The
She
truth
might be
is, Quinn,
preparing a present for him or
Not long
something.
ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
What?
Huh?
Dating problems?
Wait. Are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
That's probably a problem.
Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over?
So what I think, this is personal, but I believe that she just doesn't like being in the friend zone constantly.
So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Wait, why is everyone down?
Something wrong? You
This is
don't
supposed to be a
look so
happy
good.
time. The Windbloom.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus.
I don't get how this guy is a knight, but Noelle still isn't.
I
He
started
keeps failing the
sleepwalking out of
exam
nowhere.
somehow.
Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You should see a doctor.
Possession.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine.
Strange.
I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better.
Like that's actually gonna do anything.
Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see?
What did you see?
Sorry, this is for me to
Mysteries.
figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Okay. I...
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
That's what I thought too.
Okay,
Well,
I'm a
she
little bit
seems to have
confused because
changed her
I have
mind.
not had any interactions with Mondstadt in a long time.
Captain Kyra?
So I have sort of forgotten a lot of this.
Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type.
What?
How come I never felt this way before?
What's happening? No voice, no. They stole our Kaya's voice. Our sexy man.
Oh,
no.
no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy Windbloom.
And too, my dear, but first a question, if you don't mind. Why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression it was...
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that?
I think most people knew
Well,
about it.
Master
Apparently.
D came into the
I
city
didn't.
not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love.
But you're not
then
married.
I saw you, and it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
Okay, I feel like they're going really different with these stories for some reason. Because every single other event was like, okay, here's an event. Here's different party games. Here's like
Well,
fun.
surprise
And here's
to
a
see
like thing that you have to do. So one of the years we had like time with Razor. Another time we had time with like Barbara and the chef girl. Not the new one. The one that we've always had. That will literally cook anything if she thinks that it will taste good. All good. How's about yourself and the rest of the Knights of Favonius? To answer that, request previous date. Catherine, do
Not
you?
at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Yes, Jean sent me to find you. But, okay. So, there is a mystery. Probably not something that I will be too interested in, though. Oh, and yeah, we're locked into this, so... guess we're gonna just have to go through it. Now I feel like I should have done the Chef Girls quest first. Maybe I should switch over to the Japanese voices. I do have that downloaded. Just wondering if people would want that or not. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Oh, you are.
Kaya.
She actually
You
has a
found them.
voice. Yay. Yep, managed to track them down.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Whoa, headquarters are packed. What's going on?
Oh yeah, 3 people standing
Honorary
outside the
Knight
door.
Paimon.
It's
It's
packed.
an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order.
Okay, no voice. No voice. Oh, that's just Kaya speaking.
Oh, you're all captains?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside.
It's
She'll
always
explain
surprising when a side character has a voice when the main characters don't.
Jean!
Does she have a voice though? No, she does not. Yeah. Guess we're just gonna have to listen to their voice lines in the character menu to remind ourselves how lovely they sound. Yep.
A trial? But this
Yeah.
is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
Yeah, but there are still laws. Yeah, well, these, basically, is it different for other languages? Yes, so it is only for English. Basically, the story behind why a lot of the characters don't have voices in English is because a lot of the voice actors English voice actors went on strike because they wanted MiHoYo to join their like union, and that wouldn't really work for MiHoYo for the sole reason that if they did like join the union, they would only be allowed to like hire people from America for their like voice acting, which like how the fuck are you gonna do that? Because the union is only based in America. So for example, for Kniech, his voice actor was there for like, I'd say a couple of weeks, and that's it. And then he like went on like the strike for like half a year. So they got a new person who works in like Japan, but he's a English voice actor. So he's not like related to the union or anything like that. And all of the union voice actors dogpiled onto him saying like, oh yeah, you stole a job and stuff like that. It was like a shit show, even though the guy had no idea about like the strikes or anything like that, because he's not in the US. He doesn't give a shit about it. And so yeah, it was just like, oh yeah, I got a nice job. And yeah, so because of them trying to pressure like all of them to joining the union, that's why a lot of the voice actors don't have voices, and that's why they've been trying to like find new voice actors. For example, all of the voice actors in Natland, they are not related to the unions, so like they have nothing to do with it. So that's good. That's why all of Natland has voice actors, and most of the new characters have voice lines as well. But all of the old characters, they don't. Like, most of them don't. For example, I'm surprised that Eula has a voice, but I'm glad. So yeah, and this only affects English. Every other voice, like every other language, is perfectly fine. So, only English. So yeah, it is personally a bit sad for me because I do like the English voice actors, but yeah, what you gonna do? Also, one little thing about Paimon. Paimon's voice actor is also a very big advocate of the union. But it is against union rules to work with a company that is not with the union. So, MiHoYo. But she still does her voice lines, as you could hear Paimon's voice. So, yeah. And she's been, like, slandering them and stuff. I'm surprised that they even like still have it, because they could replace her. It is not a big deal for them to replace a voice actor. It's just that they know that people are attached to these voices, and that it would be a bit hard to do it, but if they need to, they are willing to do it, because they already did it for Kniech. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, the character was only like in 3 cutscenes, and then like didn't have a voice for half a year, so they just swapped them out. But yeah, that's the story behind the English voice actors not having any voices.
So, do you need our help?
Also, that's why the main character doesn't have a voice either anymore. Yeah, it is crazy.
He's the captain of the investigation team, but we didn't see him out there.
Because, like, you are trying to pressure a Chinese company into joining a American union. Like, I don't know how you think that's gonna work, but whatever. So what I've just been doing is, whenever I have a like event that doesn't have any voice acting, I just skip it. I just skip through it, and then I just do the little challenges, and that's it. So for example, we had a musical event where we had Raiden Shogun and okay, what's this? Are we the ones who on trial or something? Please sit wherever you like. Okay, we're not on trial. So who is? I'm surprised that they have a court system to begin with, because with how like lax they usually are. Wait, Albedo? The fuck? Why is he on trial? I've not been reading this at all, so I have no idea. Oh, who's this person? Okay.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
Oh, he's like the higher up of the church. Okay. Defendant in today's case is okay. Albedo, what did you do? I don't think he did anything. But we will see. They had like such a dramatic poster for this event. Like with Albedo in the middle, like Venti on the side, like looking away and stuff like that. So it is interesting that this type of stuff is here, but yeah. Also, like we've seen other games have a voiced main character as well. It's still surprising that Genshin only voices
Ready
their
to
main
proceed.
character like once in a while. Like during a end of
Prior
a
to this
entire
trial,
quest or
the
something
Knights
like
of
that.
Favonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Murder?
What? Murder of who? Himself? I do know that he has murdered
witness
himself a
stated
couple of
that
times.
11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
Okay. Is Albedo gonna get a chance to talk?
No. There's no way.
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell
Wait,
us
what?
what you saw.
Oh. He's... what? Is that what she was trying to tell, okay. Okay, this is getting intriguing. Like, this is
Well,
the first time that
I was
I've
out
seen
late
this
that
type of
night
thing
on
happen.
business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo.
Okay, looked like. Doesn't mean that he was
dragging
him.
a huge bag of some kind. I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body.
So I
Mr.
already
Albedo's
know.
vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before
Could
he
you,
left,
you know,
it
go and
seemed
dig
like
it up?
He looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified, thinking he might kill me too.
What?
Luckily, he didn't see me.
Okay, so I know Albedo's experimentation. He knows how to make homunculi, the same way that his master used to do. And I do know that there are some failed copies of him that he,
Can anyone
you know,
attest to the
tries to
fact
get
that
rid
the
of
defendant
sometimes.
was working in his office that night?
Or could have he just been on
Then
his
the
mountain?
length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
He actually has a voice. Okay, that's surprising. Well, he is a new character introduced, so...
Not yet.
Okay, I will be shocked every single time when a character that has a voice, so don't be too surprised with that.
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. The same location the
Wait,
witness
couldn't you have
described.
just, you know, dug
If
up
no
the
crime
area?
occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
A lot of speculation here. Now, victim has
It's
been.
true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
She could have just been seeing stuff. We've seen a lot weirder stuff around. You may believe otherwise, Mr. But I had no kill. As a knight of the captain, my duty is to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of murder,
The defendant raises an important point.
Depends.
Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless,
who?
I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
And what would that be?
Second charge?
Please proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I
What?
now call
Okay,
the
that is a
second
very
witness to
large
the
area.
stand.
Wait, that's...
To Luke. What? Please tell the country what you saw. Okay, around that time. Okay. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male. Would you say that it looked like him? Because if it looked like
We now
him,
have accounts from two separate witnesses
is a
who
different
describe
thing.
the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
yes. Yes, I would. Or he just can't tell you the real reason that he's just been, you know, disposing of the leftover copies or slash failed experiments from his master before she finally succeeded in creating him. Because I believe there was like 140 something experiments, so a lot of bodies. And they all take a similar shape to Albedo, so yeah. Figure, monster.
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
Okay, a box. And that is? What looks like a teeth and femur of a human. Now, careful now, Master Luke, I believe
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses
that's because
saw
it's
golden
probably
light,
a
a
homunculi.
known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
So that's your angle. Alchemy. A logical assumption, but we have witnesses of our own. Afternoon before the mission. Why did they get lost? Last so long? Okay, Sucrose. She noticed some flaws in the data and insisted on reviewing. That's right. No, she doesn't have a voice either. Oh,
You're
oh,
certain
cute
Mr.
Sucrose.
Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, I am. I know Mr. Albedo would never kill someone. He would never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time?
Yes.
Sounds like a considerable duration to go without
Hello.
sleep.
Hello.
I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
Manga? Sorry, if I'm mispronouncing the name. Can I just call you Manga? Hello. I just looking through this quick trial I'm a bit sad that we don't have any, voices for most of the characters, but yeah. What you're gonna do, I'm already used to it after basically a year of not having any voices. French. Nice. I have no idea how to pronounce it though.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
Okay, a correspondence. Oh no, the envelope does look like it belongs to Mr.
I have
Albedo.
never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Putrefaction and yeah. So that's trying to make a philosopher's stone. Doesn't really work.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
Yes, that is the alchemical processes for making a philosopher's
in
stone.
the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
Well, Albedo is already a artificial living being. That was the investigation. Have confirmed.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
So I feel like this Windbloom is not going to be about fun. It is going to be about solving the mystery. I can't believe it.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Huh? Then we are in agreement. The evidence is conclusive on the charge of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains. The finds you defendant guilty. Well, where's the jury? That's the first thing. Like, this is not a lawful trial whatsoever. Like, I do get that this is like laws of a different country in a fictional world, but the fuck? Jean, okay. Yeah, no jury, just like, oh yeah, we have like some people that saw it and a letter that could have been made by fucking anyone. Okay, you're guilty. Bye. I feel like the main character is supposed to be saying this, but yeah.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this
I don't think he did.
nightmare.
It is not. Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthesized human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with this case? Yes. But what? Following the footsteps, just because he's an alchemist creation, that would only make him more vicious. Now, even my girl Rosaria doesn't have a voice.
When did you get here?
She was my first favorite.
He.
You'll know when you get there. Go on now. It's like the wind. It waits for no one. Okay. So bright. Maybe later. Okay. So yeah. I'm gonna do the quest of our girl first. I'm really not invested into the Albedo story very much, especially when there's like no voice acting in there whatsoever. It's just text. And I skip all side quests. I literally just skip through them and just look at like, okay, what do I need to do? Okay, done. I really don't care about side quests. So we're just gonna do a main quest. Oh, wait, there you go. Or should we pull for her first? Just wondering. Should we pull first? Or do the quest first? Because I currently do have like 20 wishes. There we go. So we can do 2 tadpoles. And we currently have... Check how much pity. Okay, so 13 times 5, that's 50, 65? 66 pity. So we might get it in the first 10 pull, but it's not guaranteed because the last one that we got was a like banner star. So let's pull. Okay, we'll do single pulls after this. Layla! Nice. I really like Layla. She's wonderful. I feel like I should level her up more, especially with like how good of a shielder she is. Yeah, and we get 1 free wish from that. There we go. Okay, let's do singles. Okay, another purple. Okay. Not too bad. Okay. Oh, and we got the special one. Yeah!
I am Escoffier, Patissiere Supreme, and Master of Precision Gastronomy. As an esteemed guest of the Divine, you deserve the finest cuisine Teyvat has to offer. I hope my work is to your satisfaction.
Nice.
If you have an interest in the culinary arts, allow me to introduce you to the wonderful world of haute cuisine. I
12
just hope you're
pulls.
mentally prepared for the undertaking.
We got her in 12 pulls. Nice. That is streamer luck for you. Nice. Do we want to pull for the weapon? We could try to do that. Let me check the history of the weapon. Not much. So, yeah. But we got that special wish because we have the like regular wish, and then we have the like 10% chance of saving it if we don't get it. So I think we got that. Yee. Nice. So, do we want to try and pull for the weapon? Because we could do that. I'm not sure how good the weapon is though. Let me check. Okay, attack is increased by 12% when the equipped characters off field. Attack is increased by an additional 12% after initial healing. Okay, so this is literally made for her because she gets extra attack when she is off the field and when she and when she's healing as well. The equipped character and the characters they have healed will obtain a sweet echoes effect, increasing their attack by 32% for 3 seconds. This effect can be triggered even if the equipped character is off the field. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is a very, very good weapon, which I feel like she would really need if we wanted to use her properly. I'm gonna do a 10 pull. We'll see if we can get it. We don't have much hope for it, especially seeing that we have... okay, that's 21 pity right now. Yep. Skip that. Oh, I haven't had this weapon in a long time. That is like the perfect weapon for... Benny. So that's Bennett's perfect weapon. This one I've never had either. Okay. 2 more pulls. 1. And... 2. Okay, so we haven't gotten the weapon yet, but we are gonna have like plenty of Primo Gems
Staring into
over
my
time.
eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll
Okay,
like what you see.
let's check her out real quick. Do I have a cryo team? Oh yes, I already have a cryo team. Okay. Swap out Rosaria?
Ready
Switch.
to spice things up.
Deploy. What the? Okay, she has like a little tail that she uses as the weapon arm. So she doesn't use her hands for like attacking. That's interesting. He is cool. Obviously we are gonna switch this out for something else. Now probably this? Not the best. Against 12% elemental increases attack by 4%, movement speed by 10% when using elemental skills. We can equip that for now. Let's enhance this. Oh, no, we can't. Okay. We can buy this. There we go. And oh, there we go. So 70, and we would need some more of those, but that's fine for now. Okay. Now that'll do. Wait, why is... Oh yeah, Layla got a constellation, didn't she? Nice. And... Story, profile...
Well met. I am Escoffier, Patissiere Supreme and Master of Precision Gastronomy.
Escoffier.
As an esteemed guest of the Divine, you deserve the finest cuisine Teyvat has to offer. Eating a small amount of dessert before bed can help you sleep. Here, esteemed traveler.
That is a lot of text. Okay, that is so much text. But she's very lovely. I do like her. So, let's go do her quest. With her. Oh, we should probably level her up a little bit. The quest will give us the materials to level her up, like, better. Do that. But I didn't expect to get her like 12 pulls. That. Oh, yeah, that's the new boss. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how the R sounds are completely silent at the end there, but it's fine. I need to change her wings immediately. Let me change her wings. Oh yeah, and we got some free pulls. Clean that. And her appearance. Okay, what type of glider do we want to give her? What are these? Oh. Okay. A stylish wing glider, twice week interacted. So this one is only given to those that have played on PlayStation. I feel like these ones are pretty good. I think they're the Fontaine wing. Yeah, they fit her perfectly. Navia have a voice? Yes, she does. Yee! Yes. Why so secretive?
Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly. Right now,
shouty.
You're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Boer name.
It was an accident.
I'm sorry. Did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive?
Yeah, that is a question.
Listen to what the poor girl has to say. Oh, hey, cut her some slack. You gotta at least hear her out.
Wait! Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia? So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're still wasting your time!
What? What's happening? Okay, we're confronting them, I guess.
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. That does not sound good. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not.
Overworked? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Fermont can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead.
But Fermont can do the job, he just...
He needs a rest.
Back inside, now!
But you said I shouldn't come back until...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! Come on, we have work to do!
He is a bitch.
Wow, what a horrible person!
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again.
So, who is that?
Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer.
Oh, okay. I think that place is gonna go down.
She's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
Okay, that is a big problem.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be a chef.
He is putting down them so bad.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
Savannah is adamant
it's the best.
that Fermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
So you were waiting for Savannah to leave?
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything?
No.
No, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage.
Either way, Savannah's seeing you now. By the way, yes, you are not built for espionage. You stand out like a star in the night sky. You are not gonna be missed in a crowd. So you probably won't get another chance.
Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well head back to the Fleuve Cendre then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan.
Paimon will join you, cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
I'll join you as well.
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleuve Cendre anyway, let me take you out for a meal. I'll make sure it's a proper feast. A really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern.
I feel like I know her.
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. We shouldn't subject our customers to that. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered into your hands.
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly Savannah is the one who owes an apology.
Yes.
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
Thanks for the gift.
Alright. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy.
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
Okay, so there is drama everywhere
A little
today.
highly strung, huh?
Yeah, that's an understatement. Looks like with Savannah in the kitchen, even the waiting staff are on the edge. By the way, you would never do that outside the restaurant in the front door. Like, what type of crazy person are you? You're just gonna fucking pull everyone off.
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
That is a question. Maybe
Well,
she has the
according to
pedigree.
Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time. Let's try this candy.
No one underestimate Navia's affinity for sweets.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig in! Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper.
Get the message.
Find Escoffier.
Escoffier. Is she the old head chef, I'm presuming?
Escoffier?
Oh wait,
Could
we found
this
her.
mean?
Huh? You know that name,
I'm working on the
Yeah.
great project. I need.
Let's stick to
Okay,
the plan and go back to the
you work
Fleuve
hard on
Cendre for
that.
now.
Don't get
That's where
distracted.
we'll find Escoffier
And
anyway.
good luck. And thank you for popping in. Always nice to see you. Oh, it's probably on the ground, isn't it? Yep, it is. Now we go over here.
So, who is this Escoffier anyway?
Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg, before Savannah. She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Bourg and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Bourg's history. after the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Gâteau de Bourg. That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow. Why the heck would she let Savannah take her place?
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Bourg was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu. But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility. And she was sent to the Fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede?
I smell conspiracy at foot. Basically, what I'm presuming is someone tampered with the food. Oh, don't be so dramatic. It was probably for a formality. We got sent there just for eating someone else's cake.
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident.
Probably.
Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed to Savannah.
Not surprising. They do need the kitchen to keep running.
Happened.
Suspicious.
It's really unfair.
Also very suspicious.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick Savannah out.
No. Probably not.
It's
Maybe?
simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back.
No, it's probably just make them better.
well,
or make them realize he has their own restaurant.
Cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove.
Okay,
You'd
she
have had more
isn't
sense
much
serving
better.
hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
Okay, she's not much better. Okay, understood.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
What's the Hotel de Bourg made it this far? Am I at a loss for I am at a loss for words, so am I.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice.
Okay, she's a bit more polite.
Yes, chef.
Okay, she's encouraging. That's good. She's not just reprimanding them. She's actually telling them what to actually do. That's good.
Excuse us,
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
She has a vision at the top of her head.
we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
Okay. Yep. Just let her do her thing. I love the mystery
Looks
music.
like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
With her, probably yes.
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef.
She didn't want to go back to the hotel.
Well, in her words, the Hotel de Bourg doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
Yep, definitely seems so.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh, thank you, chef.
For
Child
what?
labor.
Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon.
so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
She's a tsundere. She's such a tsundere.
Firmo. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again?
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son. And with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, you say that.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
She is such a tsundere.
So, you two must be the world-famous traveler and her companion, Paimon, yes?
Yes, we
Is
are.
this something I can help you with?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Since that is working for you, you must be aware of the situation of Savannah.
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navia's come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore.
Yep, that is
And being
true.
ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then.
She
A little
was.
timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
She might be trying to mimic
hard to
you,
believe.
but poorly.
Are we definitely talking about the same Savannah here?
Probably.
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean,
That's what I think.
I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either.
At least she's self-aware.
Anyway,
Yes, she
suffice to
is.
say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite.
Yes, that is true.
Shiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
Okay, you give Monica the candy.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know what they think unless you ask them?
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to us.
Okay, so it can't be Savannah
Monica.
that put the food, like the stuff in there.
Escoffier?
I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going.
She just made up an excuse to go.
So now she's,
Well, whatever the reason she came up with, at least she convinced herself to go to the, have a conversation.
Let's go catch up to her. We
He's
don't want to
waiting
keep
for
her
us.
waiting.
She just keeps looking at us, so like, okay, are you coming? Come on, are you coming? She's adorable. Okay, I'm glad that I pulled for her, because she's the most tsundere girl that I've seen so far. Especially in Genshin. I do know of, like for example, Farina is tsundere light, where she basically like won't really admit to stuff, but and obviously she's used to doing a play of how she's supposed to act.
Wait, she looks like... Is that a...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm hearing a commotion.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Okay,
Oh,
what?
I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up, I don't think I would have noticed.
What?
But, please, you have to forgive me or Chef
what?
is gonna...
What is she
Okay,
doing?
I know. I'll kneel before you.
What the fuck?
What the heck?
What the fuck? What has she done to the children? What has she done with the
making your customer
people?
feel more awkward?
Escoffier?
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And
Yep.
this time, get it right. You cannot go begging your customers to feel sorry for you.
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake. But if I can't go back into the kitchen, I can't do the dish over.
Okay, that is.
Backwards logic?
Yeah, definitely is.
Fix your mistake without being allowed to cook. If this is what Fermat had to put up with, then no wonder he had a breakdown.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
Yeah, that is.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing.
Yeah, that
Gave me
is
a bit of a fright, to be honest.
question.
Oh,
But wait.
It's because Chef
How would
Savannah tasted a bit of the leftover soup from my pot and then threw me out of the kitchen.
What?
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're all looking a little worse for wear these days.
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive, so you knew what you did wrong and how to improve, and
Yeah, that's what I said.
we all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier was hard on us because she truly wanted us to reach her level. But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, or just do it again. And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the Fleuve Cendre.
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore.
Yeah,
You're a
but
boss to them.
through no fault of your own. What happened back then? That wasn't on you, and all of us know that. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step
Yeah,
of the way.
that is a s-
With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that Lumiline ended up in the food we
Lumiline?
served.
What's Lumiline?
What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine
What?
Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently, it sharpens the senses, so they used
Oh.
it to treat people with impaired responses to stimuli.
So it's
Yeah, I've heard about that. They
what
found
is
out you
it?
can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive.
They also found that overuse
ADHD
can have mood-altering
medication.
effects and even lead to nerve damage. So it quickly ended up on the guard's list of controlled substances.
Yep.
Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it to the market by the time the guards banned it from the restaurant industry.
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of contaminated ingredients by mistake. But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see this turn into a place where tensions are constantly running high, because everyone's suspicious of each other all the time. And now look at you, a fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on. It's not that bad, is it?
Oh, the Fleuve Cendre, you say? Great. That's where I'm downing from now on.
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to let bygones be bygones.
And fix the current
Besides,
person
at the
who
end of the
is
day,
making the
I was the head
problems.
chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately, the responsibility lay with me.
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef?
No, chef.
Yes.
So, you do remember who's boss? Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing back here?
And what
What
are you
happened to
doing
you,
being
Savannah?
so
Why are
mean?
you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place.
What is...
Whoa.
Oh,
Sounds
I
like
think they
someone has
kept
a chip on their
comparing
shoulder.
her to Escoffier, and she just got meaner and meaner and tried to be better than her, but she didn't know how. And it just got worse and worse, and now she has a massive inferiority complex.
Oh, Savannah! My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte, thinking no one can tell the difference?
That's none of your business!
What happened to not storming in and raising hell?
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier returned.
Huh? Van Agem?
I'm guessing he's the owner?
Ladies, might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have
A
ourselves
cook-off.
a tête-à-tête between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the traditional way.
I do love his French
Traditional way?
accent.
That can only mean one thing.
Sounds like we're having a history lesson.
That's right. I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself. The cooking contest!
Yay!
According
Food.
to legend, the founders of Hotel de Boer, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over next week's menu to disagreements over the strategic direction of the restaurant. The cooking contest would decide who had the final say.
Huh. It sounds like they had a lot of free time on their hands.
Yep, definitely seems so.
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in the culinary arts. And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hôtel de Bord into the top-ranking
That's a
restaurant
robo-chef.
in Fontaine.
Oh no, it's just a gear with a guy that just moves back and forth.
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all people won't back down from this challenge. It was you who put the rule in place, after all.
Thought so. There's your name, there's your answer, Paimon.
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hotel de Boer anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little?
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat it as an
I found
exhibition of
something
sorts.
sad about the
Savannah,
latest
any objections?
exhibition. Oh.
No. If we're going to battle
Is
it out, let's
something
put it
bad
all
happening?
on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over the
Yeah,
Codex de Boer to
okay,
me.
understood. Yeah, I will be skipping the quest. Well... Fuck. Really? Yeah, that's really fucking bad. What the hell did they do it that only 3 characters? Yeah, the Travelers hasn't been voiced in ages. Guess we're just gonna do this quest and that's gonna be good enough for us. Yeah, I'll just be skipping through the trial quest because I ain't sitting through that entire thing with no main voice actors in there whatsoever. That is sad. Yeah, that is really sad. Well, what you gonna do about it?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his secret recipes, including Gâteau de Boer. It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And only the present and former head chefs of the Hotel de Boer
It's a
have the right to
5-star
read
recipe
it.
book.
Present and former.
Everything else is only 4
That
stars.
already includes Savannah, though.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you?
Don't take me for a fool. You know perfectly well what I mean. I want your copy, the original version, the one you took with you when you left us.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original
Yep.
and the copy, right? They
But she
contain the
wants your
exact same
notes.
recipes.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you scared of me getting my hands on the original codex?
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift to thank Escoffier for her years of service. Asking for it back feels a little,
Yeah, that is not a good way.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were your words, weren't they? And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Boer, per the recipe in the codex. Well, Escoffier, you against me. Are you in or out?
You sound
I would
surprisingly
like to know
confident.
the back. Well, I'm
All
guessing
right
we're
then,
gonna
let's see how
find
much
out the
you've actually
backstory, how
grown.
she turned out like that.
I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Believe me, I'll show you.
I feel like she's gonna
Escoffier,
cheat.
Are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Sandra so I can get...
Yep. Okay, time to go back down. This. But yeah, it's always sad to see when the events are like that now. I feel like at that point, just don't have the event. Like, why even have the event if you're just gonna have it, like, 90% of the actual characters are not voiced?
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it?
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off. Never
Also, I
letting you
think the
know what
last
she
time that I
really
had
thinks.
the Traveler's Voice was
That's
when we
patently
did that
false. At least where your macarons are concerned.
Dainsliv quest,
I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful
Which
amount of
was,
sugar
like,
you use.
literally like over a year
Okay.
ago.
That's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
So anyway, what's the codex? Isn't she's it's just codex. He's so obsessed with.
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modest's adventures. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes.
Okay.
Their creations had an enormous influence on the course of Fontaine
You know what
cuisine,
I think we're gonna get
turning
from
it into
this?
a much more
I think we're
vibrant
gonna
and
get a
diverse
recipe from
scene.
this quest.
For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Boer was made
Ice cream
using
cake.
a special secret ingredients that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and invigorating things they had ever tasted. Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hotel de Boer, which catapulted them to stardom in Fontaine's culinary world. Especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius, and over time, the recipes from his adventure log became known as the Codex de Boer.
Ah, Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hotel de Boer took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land. preserving those recipes for centuries to come. Something like that?
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could any restaurant survive if they only served food that was popular last century? Anyway, never mind centuries. Sibeli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then, Modeste passed away while he was still in his prime. And that was it. The end of the Hotel de Boer's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering.
And I'm guessing
Even then,
you're the one who brought it back.
numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with Vanigem and the restaurant we have today.
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then. Paimon figured it was like one of those mystical books they have in Liyue's martial arts novels, where the main character learns all their secret powers from.
Yes, well, that's fiction, and this is reality. You can't meet the tastes of modern diners by following some ancient recipes from a dusty old book.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Boer they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination.
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe make it into the Codex?
It did, but like I said, it's the dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modeste wrote about. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. But ultimately, the Gâteau de Boer of today is my own recipe. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Vanigem's business sense to thank for that.
Yep.
Oh. Huh.
Rarity makes
takes all the mystique
something
out
that
of it.
people want.
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Boer, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows, maybe Escoffier's version is more suited to your palate. Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hotel de Boer never would have fallen into a slump.
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the Codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah.
So why is she so interested in the original copy?
Yeah, that is a question.
Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Boer is the true head chef?
Well,
Might be.
It was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah
It's a
only
historical
got a copy.
treasure.
Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the role.
You think so?
Yeah,
the
might
only
be a
thing
thing.
is, it was her suggestion to give me the original in the first place.
What?
Well, a joint decision by her and Vanigem. But still.
What?
Then why?
Guess she's had a major change of heart since she became head chef. Yeesh.
He's so weird.
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our Gâteau do the talking.
What does that mean exactly?
It means vesting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula.
You don't mince your words.
However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, she'll respect the outcome of our contest.
I don't think she will.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest. But that should be a breeze for you.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de Boer is very complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in tandem to cover everything. Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself. But I'd prefer to play it safe if I can find a couple of assistants in time.
We know how to cook.
Oh, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as
Yep.
well as a warrior. But be warned, I will hold you to exceptionally high standards. Think you're up to the task?
That sounded a bit British. If I would mention that. The way that she said a warrior. Could we by any chance have a Brit among us that is pretending to be French? I could probably look up a voice actor and see if, like, who they are. But yeah, that warrior definitely sounded very British, if I would say so myself, which I am. So yeah. Let's carry on. Bring it on.
Oh, count me in too.
Yes, she is perfect with
my
cakes.
macarons after your scathing review. Even if it means competing against the Traveler, so be it. I'll show you what I'm made of.
He's doing so well.
Confident. I like it. All right,
Yes,
let's
we are.
start with some elementary mise en place. Show
I have
me
no
your
idea.
knife skills.
Okay. Knife skills as it is. Cooking mini games. Wait, why the fuck are you using your spear for this? Okay, yeah. Choke, your knife skills. Escafé. I keep forgetting how to pronounce her name. It is very French. Use your knife skills, use normal attacks to cut the fruit. It seems he will collect the slices and prepare them into a subtle substance.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia.
You need to use the French
Looks like
words
you found
for
that
it.
easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
He will.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward.
What's a
I'll
cold
be
press?
using this cold press to extract flavor compounds from the ingredients. A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me.
Ooh.
It uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients, which can then be used to flavor dishes more precisely. But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment.
Yeah,
so that
that's
probably
fine.
didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me give you a demonstration instead.
Oh, we've seen this one before. Okay, so display your mastery with the cold press. Tap the elemental skill to accelerate the cold press progress, then use normal attack to let it do its work. It seems like the special substance extraction from the plant might come in handy here. Okay.
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. Paimon's never used anything this weird before. Cool. Not weird.
Okay, so that has like 2 different modes. Okay, not bad, not bad.
And done. These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients. I've processed all the fruit you chopped up earlier.
It is pretty simple.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next? Do we add all this stuff in?
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and carefully to calibrate the exact flavor we want. I'll demonstrate
It is
again.
gastronomy.
Now, watch closely.
Okay, so we have to have it balanced. Learn the learn and ask face feet and master her precision cooking. The flavoring you get from the multi-functional food processing can adjust the flavor profile of the dish. There a balance between fruity flavors and floral flavors. Adjust the flavor profile, make the adjustments. Okay.
Slowly and carefully, not a.
So we add some 5 of these. That's a few too many, but we can add that, and there we go. And we made some dough, apparently.
And voila! Now it's your turn.
Okay, let's do this.
Not terrible. Considering this was everyone's first time blending flavor extracts, it could have been worse. But the Traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? You got almost perfect results on your first try.
All thanks to my excellent teacher. I guess I just treated it like a adventurous puzzle.
That goes without saying. Still, credit where credit's due. You did well. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel du Bois' current menu. I'll judge your submissions and give you a final score.
Final score?
That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the contest itself. Now get to it. Chop chop!
Okay, we're doing even more cooking minigames.
How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet? Choose wisely. I expect you to present the most delicious thing on the menu.
I do have a 5-star food. I do have everything here made. I even have Farina's cake. But apparently none of those are allowed. So we might go. Well, we have macaroon. What do we want to make? Okay, so we have clams. Poison seafood soup. We have delicious triple dip pot. That's pretty good. Some garlic bread. I feel like that's probably the best one. But we also have macaroons. I'm gonna go with this. I wish we had like a 4-star dish with
Look
that.
at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say. Now, let the grating commence.
So what do you think of our dish?
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but
Of course, she
I'm
made
a bit of a
macaroons.
connoisseur when it comes to la food.
6 points.
What? Oh, well.
I'm on as good at
fair enough.
eating food,
Paimon doesn't
not
cook all
cooking
that often,
food.
so as long as it's a pass.
It's not.
That's 6 out of 100.
Yep, you do not pass.
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it.
Yes, that is the
By
point.
that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Aww.
Me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my previous ones.
What?
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10?
What?
Well, it's nice to know you actually meshed it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar. 6 points.
Aww.
How did she fail as well? Yikes. She's a harsh judge.
Now to the final
Okay.
dish.
12 spoons of sugar for 2 macaroons, really?
This is our last hope.
8 points.
Okay, oh, that's a bit more.
That's barely higher than what we got.
Hello.
Not
Hi,
exactly.
Honeyco.
The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma.
You doing well?
Excellent presentation. I have to give this one 8 points out of 10.
Nice.
Maybe even 9 points.
Eee. It's all the practice from cooking for you, Paimon.
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many
Have
hours
nice
of work
luck.
into honing your skills in the kitchen. I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention the frustrations of having a picky eater for a partner.
When it comes to food, she is not tsundere anymore.
No way did you taste that!
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square. I guess you'll be taking the Traveler as one of your assistants then?
Yes.
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot
Oh,
remaining.
we can do the job of like an extra person.
Paimon and Navia should keep practicing and see how it goes.
Chef Escoffier.
I guess we have someone else.
What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Bois, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help.
And you think you're up to the task, do you?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Oh, is he like one of the old chefs or
Ma.
something?
Last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Oh, he's the guy that was like.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything
he
you're
could
doing for
barely
me
talk.
and my family. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
Are you sure you're up to the task?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Don't you worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. I know I've been rather useless these past few days, but not anymore. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the Hotel de Bois kitchen, so if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier, it's me. I think. I mean, I hope so.
Come on, keep up that
Hey, Ma.
confidence.
Have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de Bois?
I have not, but I'm fully rested now. I know I can handle it. I'll prove it. Let me whip something up for you right now.
Okay, let's see his cooking. Pick up that knife. Is he afraid to... Did she?
Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
Man has been traumatized so much by that woman that he can't even
seem to grip
think
my
of...
knife.
Do it again! Again! Again!
How can you destroy a person's
Get out of my kitchen
dreams
yesterday.
like this? Traumatize them.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then Will I never be able to work in a kitchen again?
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Oh,
Monica,
hello.
when did you get here?
You and I didn't notice you arriving.
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't want to interrupt your flow. But anyway, Fremont, I'm so sorry. If only I'd known how serious your situation was. I would have stood up for you sooner.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out for me.
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you. I probably should have brought you something stronger.
Or
She sounds like the
stood up to her.
worst. All right, another Savannah horror story. Let's hear it.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escaffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find something wrong with it.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it. In the trash now!
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Because nothing will.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every
He's
time
wasting
you
so much
remake it,
food.
you just get another earful from her.
Either straighten yourself out or get out of my kitchen!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling at me.
Oh man, that must be awful.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed?
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to redo a dish, my heart sank a little further.
Of course it did.
Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this.
No, she just
Dad.
pushed you down and down until you couldn't get back up anymore.
Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking compensation.
Definitely.
I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk this out.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out.
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know.
Yeah, some
Even
of
if I
the
had to
words
go
that
it
she
alone,
says
I would
are
present
really
the
British
perfect
type.
couple.
Oh, well, Paimon and Nadia will still keep practicing, just in case.
And so will I.
Also, why does that child's voice sound like a
Worst
grown
comes to
adult?
worst, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to
I
put
do
out
know
an
that they
emergency
probably
coffee
hired
chef.
a
There's gotta be someone out there,
grown-up actor, but he is not even trying to
I
make a
thought
different
maybe
voice.
I could help. That's sort of why I'm here.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then, well, this is the first chance I got.
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah?
Yeah, she
Joining
might
the other
be.
side seems like a guaranteed way to put your future employment in jeopardy.
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Firma.
Yeah. Does not sound like a good idea.
I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
I hope you're right.
Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so nothing could possibly go wrong now.
Great.
Don't speak too
Then
soon.
it's settled.
Never
And
speak
to
too soon.
congratulate you all on making
Everything
the
goes
team,
wrong when you
I
speak too
propose
soon.
a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate.
Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Yes.
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking forward to it.
Feast, feast, feast!
Okay, I can help cook.
Alright, if you insist. Then prepare for some of
Yay.
the finest food of your lives.
Also, how does that tail work? Is it actually a part of her body, or what? Because that just makes her look like a succubus. Or, like, one of the dream girls. You know, like the, we have Mizuki. And she's, one of the, dream ones. Who, like, eat dreams and stuff. So, I know that she has a tail. Is she a part of them?
That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
The dishes out a plate of praise and told me an awful too. Time seems to fly by.
That was a dream come true. I never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
Although I noticed that E has both a pressed E and a held E, but I don't know what the held E does. I'm gonna look at what talents are. So obviously that's normal, all good. Attack. That's 2 charge attack, 100. That. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay. Tap. Activates all Spectrum multi-use cooking mech in its cold storage mode, and deals AoE cryo damage to nearby opponents. Cooking mech cold storage mode allows the current active character and fired frost at nearby opponents at active dealing cryo damage. Okay. At a interval, it's called will summon a serving blade. Surging blade. When activated, cooking dealing AoE. Okay, so just activating it does AoE damage. Held. Activates all multi mechs off the cook-off mode? Cookery mode. Okay, they have an entire fucking separate thing for this. The hell is this? Okay. Place the cooking mech on the field. The cooking mech can absorb elemental attacks. What? Then make when the absorbed elemental energy hits the a certain limit, Escarf can convert the ingredient placed within it to wonderful food. It needs time to new ingredients. Oh, purchase new ingredients. So she can only make a certain number of dishes like this each week. The number of dishes Escafe can make. Oh, okay. So this, the held mode, is we have a similar item already. So we have a couple of them. For example, we have where is this one that gives you certain materials. So you basically put in monster materials and it gives you back a bunch of stuff with elemental mastery. Then you have the Sealy one, where you basically put it down, a bunch of elemental flies go to it, and after a week you collect it and then you just get a bunch of elemental flies. I probably actually need to pick that up because I completely forgot that I had put it down somewhere. Either way, we have those ones. So she has that type of ability, but she makes food with it. Okay, let's do that.
No recipe, no problem.
Let's see what we can make with it.
My apologies.
Let's dance.
Okay. Oh. Okay. A defense food. Okay, so this is just like free food. That is very good. But it's like a random food as well. Oh! How is that?
Bon appetit.
Whirling snow.
Defense food. Ground food. That is very good.
Ready, steady, go! Showering you with praise. Take flight.
Okay, another cake. I should probably remember to use the foods more, because I never use them. Okay, what's the limit to this? Because I feel like we've already had a lot. Now, let's just put it away.
A dash of frosting.
Okay, yeah, that is a very unique ability. I have, like, none of the other characters have that. Okay, what's this food ability? What the fuck is this? Okay, that's all. Low temperature cooking. When using the hold from her element. Oh, that's just mentioning this. Okay, so that's just linking back to that. Understood. This one, after using an elemental burst. So yeah, that. Escoffier will obtain a rehab diet effect for 9 seconds, drawing HP from a nearby active character every 1 second based on 138% of Escoffier's. Oh, so her healing is based on her attack. That's why her weapon is so based on attack. Okay. When there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 hydro or cryo characters in the party, Escoffier will increase the hydro resistance and cryo resistance of any opponents. Oh, decrease. Hit by the elemental skill of, yep, that one. At her elemental burst by... Okay, so that will reduce their, like, any enemy's resistance to hydro and cryo by 55%. It literally jumps from 15 to 55. So you definitely want to have a full team of hydro and cryo, which is pretty good, because it's good in general. Wait, your ability is right next to you. Why are you... What is that tail? I am so curious about that. But yeah, I am really loving her. And she even has... I only just now noticed. She has little heart eyes in her, you know, eyes. So do we. And she obviously has like the little hearts on her hands as well. That is so adorable.
Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it.
Maybe?
But I can't
or
find
she might
anything.
have been told something.
It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modest's adventuring phase. And most of it's not even legible anymore. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful than this old thing.
Yep, instead of the hard eyes. There we go. For her, it's probably not about how useful it is, and more of an issue of head chef pride.
Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah I knew would go to all this effort just to make a point.
Were you two friends?
We were. At least I always thought we were.
Yeah, that is a
She
question.
was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them whenever they were pointed out. And she was always striving to improve as a chef. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief.
It seems like you feel pretty responsible. No, her tail is down.
I mean, to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to get the role. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex.
Speaking of Modeste, didn't he have a falling out with someone as well?
Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Boer, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart. Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks at every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured.
What happened to them ultimately?
Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness. And that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. Their story just came to an end.
Yeah.
One rumor had it
Does
that
not sound
Savelli
good.
actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends. Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least there are no records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime. Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't quite go as badly. And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut.
With me on the team, there's no way we can lose. With you on the team, we... Okay, so it's either me or you.
Really? Well, I like the confidence. Don't let me down tomorrow, then. You
We're the
better
main
bring your
character,
A
after
game.
all. Okay, let's do this. We need to wait until the following day. Well, o'clock. There we go. That should be good. There we go. Oh, apparently that is still not enough. Let's wait another 24 hours. I do hope everyone else is having a lovely day so far, and I do hope that you're enjoying the quest as I am, because I am so intrigued about everything that's happening so far.
Even the most unassuming.
It's Cooking Contest Day! To the Hotel de Boer! Toot sweet!
Okay, let me aim this. There we go.
Palate and an open mind.
Yeah, we know upstairs. Let's collect the daily stuff first. Yeah. I don't remember ever doing the base. Apparently I did. Anyway, let's go to back to Fontaine. Over here. I wish we could zoom out more in the map, because we can only like see one region at a time. Like, okay, so that's all of Mondstadt. That's like most of Leeway. We can't see that little bit up there. Then that is almost all of Fontaine. Can't really fit it because we still have that island at the bottom there. Then we have why did I take that off? Dragonspine is all by itself, at least. Then Sumeru we cannot, because that is literally like triple the size of any other nation. Because you have Sumeru, then the desert, and then another part of the desert up there. Then you have Natland, which you can probably fit like half of it in the map in one go. And wait, what? That's a new island. I haven't seen this one before. Okay. Yeah, we'll need to go explore that afterwards. And then you have this entire area on its own. Actually completed most of Natland. So we have 100%, 100%, 97, 93, 88. I don't know why I have so little of that one. Then the inside of here, we have that 100% completed.
Part of cooking is making sure the ingredients absorb the flavors in the dish. To that end, a chef must be able to wield a knife with the same level of precision as a surgeon. Practice makes perfect.
I do like her. I'm glad that I got her. It was either going to be between her or Navia, because I want Navia as well. But sadly, we already got our chef. He is very lovely. I still want... Is the tail like a prosthetic? It seems like it would. Oh. A bit of an upskirt shot there. Didn't mean for that. Anyway, let's get the daily stuff first, and then we're gonna carry on. Yes. Hey, Catherine.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra Abbott.
Get all this. Dispatch again. And that should be it. Means time to cook. Time to be Gordon Ramsay.
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I gotta see.
Okay, I feel like there's gonna be a crowd.
Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
There are some mixed opinions. But they're all good on our side.
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hôtel de Bord and to this most exciting of cooking contests.
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the codex you asked for.
Okay.
Monica? Huh.
Oh, don't be scared.
In the interests of
He's
fairness,
just a bully.
this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, They will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant.
As one of the
Except that
judges, I promise
probably
to
the
be
person who
fair
made
and
it would know.
impartial.
Oh, she's
when my meal got
very
interrupted
British.
yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then,
Or American.
without further ado,
Maybe American?
let the Hotel
Probably
de Bord
American.
cooking contest commence!
Okay, time to cook. Okay, to complete the objectives using... Yep, stuff. We know the stuffs. Okay, blending, all that good stuff. Okay.
Monica,
so...
Traveler, it's go. Even the
Oh.
best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
There we go.
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work! Do not disappoint me.
Okay, we need
Looks
this.
like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast, this competition is quickly heating up.
That should be enough flavoring.
Okay.
Now hurry up and bow.
We need to add some more of this and do one of that. Perfect. Okay, flavor balance complete. Good. He's doing the cooking. Nice, nice, nice. That looks like a pressure cooker of all things. That is a big cake.
Come on, Traveler!
Okay. That's all good. Okay, make the next layer of the cake. Understood. We need 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that 3 should be good enough.
A dash of frosting.
Okay, that's good. We need to add 4.
The balance
That's
of
perfect.
flavors is about right. But the quantity is too low.
Oh, okay. So we need to even it out. That and that. There we go. Understood. Very good. Layer 2 is done.
So,
That is a big layer.
what do you think?
That is a very big layer. And then the final layer. Oh, it is supposed to be like. Okay, so we need a lot of fruit. That's good. Okay, that should be good enough now.
Off to the freezer!
Escoffier is already on the final step.
Okay, so we're gonna add stick and a 3. That one, and then ooh. There we go. Perfectly balanced. Good. Final layer. That's
You
good.
can't match Escoffier's talent.
He's standing up. They haven't even made the cake yet. They only made the like base parts.
I present
Okay.
to you Gâteau de Bourg.
Well, I feel like that's just the top. Like, there's no decorations or anything like that. Oh, we needed to do the queue to do the decorations. Okay. She's still running around trying to do her last layer.
That was
flock of snowing geese.
Wait, how did I manage to do
working
exactly
gracefully
3
and
minutes?
elegantly together. Great work, team.
Okay, I must have waited like a perfect amount to do exactly 3 minutes. Nice.
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
Let me guess. Stuff gets swapped around, and
That
then
was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by looking at them.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good reason. She wouldn't screw up something as elementary as the cake's appearance.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make gâteau de bois.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10.
okay, that is a
Only
big
because
amount.
there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just a little different from the recipe I'm used to.
Huh? Really? I couldn't tell.
What is she so mad about?
All right, on to gâteau number 2. I haven't had a single bite and already this aroma is a delight to the senses.
I have a feeling that this gâteau will be a gâteau for the ages.
How exciting!
I definitely think that she's American. But like proper American.
I think maybe someone got a little carried away when they were adding the sugar.
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This is all over the place. Who made this?
It appears the decision is unanimous.
Okay.
This gâteau is far below the standard we would expect.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life.
She spent half the time just rating her stuff.
Something's not right here.
Yeah,
Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau has won this cooking contest.
And who might that be?
Now, all that remains is to turn the plate over and reveal the chef's name underneath.
Let me guess. It's her.
It's Savannah?
No, that's impossible.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hey, Savannah, you cheated, didn't you? You
No,
cheater!
no.
What did you do?
I'm
Oh,
on.
you swapped the plates, didn't you?
I'm on. Shut up.
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a finger on them. And everyone here can attest to that. It was Van Gem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, why don't you start with them?
Stop.
Isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her edge? Oh, or maybe her assistants let the team down.
You take that back!
Judges, we demand a rematch.
No. No rematches. Oh. Oh, she did something.
That's enough. What's done is done. As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef's pride?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the Codex de Boer that much, you can have it.
Escoffier, no!
But
It's just
you
an old
must
book.
promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for everything you put him through.
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over and I won. That means you owe me the Codex, and I owe you nothing.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose what you've done.
Yeah, she looks at her immediately. Yeah, she's the one who fucked
But
up the
only
stuff.
on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your staff.
Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one head chef to the next. So,
I dislike her
will that be
so
all,
much.
ex-head chef? Or is there any other unfinished business you'd like to leave in my hands?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss, just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend.
Well,
But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice.
All right, fine. I'm glad to hear it.
that's that.
Escoffier!
The Codex de Boer! Finally. Now, at long last, I will succeed.
What does she mean?
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
It's just an old book.
The Codex is a souvenir of your time here. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
It's all right. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. I'm already over it. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. That's mission accomplished for the Spina.
I
Honestly,
feel like
if
she
I'd known
didn't
that
do
giving her the Codex
anything.
would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean, why bother with the whole cooking contest? It's such a waste of time and energy.
Privately, I'm sure she devastated, but what's done is done.
No. No! This doesn't make any sense!
What does she mean?
Huh? That's it? No secrets, no nothing? I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
Oh,
Chef Savannah!
what? What happened?
Savannah?
Okay, Savannah passed out after reading. Okay.
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up stress and exhaustion.
Did she think that she had some sort of secret?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself.
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the
That
following
Fire
morning.
Squish. Oh, you can't see this Fire Squish. I'm covering Fire Squish.
Why
No.
would she do that?
Our best guess is she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
And there it is.
Of course.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you.
Yeah,
and you can't see
no excuse for
Nadia's
cheating in the
lovely Fire
cooking
Squish.
contest.
Huh, about that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. They're at a loss to explain it too.
The question
Not to worry.
is,
Come on,
you're
join me
of a
downstairs.
party member.
I'll interrogate the guilty Gateau myself.
And I believe I know who it is.
Well, how is it? Have you figured out what it was?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than this.
Is it really that bad? I made sure to taste test it before it was served.
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
Yep, I knew it. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. I was forced into it.
Really?
It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
She would what?
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when the results were announced.
She knew
Whatever's
already.
going on with you? Just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it.
What? Do you have like a bunch of gambling debt or something?
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one time.
Oh.
Food safety.
Oh, the one that,
Wait. You mean the Lumalin incident?
Yes.
So you procured the contaminated ingredients?
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let contaminated ingredients make it into the kitchen. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't know it would end up with Escoffier going to jail. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage to blackmail me with...
Oh. Well.
This
She's
is
a cunt.
crazy. So Savannah pressured you into sabotaging Escoffier's cake by threatening to expose your secret if you didn't?
Yeah, it definitely
I
seems
know,
like it.
It's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. The thought of Chef Escoffier finding out that I put her in jail, it made me freeze up with fear. I thought Escoffier would hate my
Ooh.
guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Well, what are you gonna do about it?
All this fuss over a little slip up?
Huh?
Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress and now I'm out. And secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Boer. This wasn't the only factor. So you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that. Any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing foie gras.
You mean... you forgive me?
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them. Understood?
Understood.
Well, at least that is resolved. But seriously, woman,
Good.
blackmail
Now,
for a
back to
buck.
Savannah. What about the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail?
Probably because she thought that there was some special recipe in there.
I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though.
Ugh. What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used to, especially
Oh.
our signature items.
You mean, yeah.
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the flavor seems subtly different from how it used to be.
That's
But
because the chef is
difference
different.
was so small, I'm sure no one would notice it besides our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs.
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would get so hung up on it. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night, determined to match Escoffier's version. But something's always slightly off every time.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Never really gave it much thought, though.
Thinking back on it now, it's clear that Savannah's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffier
Wait,
left.
I know that voice actor.
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. That's gotta be the reason.
Well,
But after countless
I
setbacks,
sort of
she's
know
getting
him
more
as
and more
a
unhinged.
CEO.
And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself
That
to
was
doubting
Merryweather.
Escoffier.
Did Merryweather
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
voice a character? What?
Yeah,
That definitely
it
sounded
would
like him.
explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have thought Escoffier purposely omitted key details from her recipes when she copied them out. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine, the only one privy to all the secrets of the trade.
Oh, for goodness sake. What a stupid idea.
Yep.
Of course. Then she finally got the codex, only to discover that the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all.
Yep.
Seeing
That's
how
true.
utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It probably brought up everything at once. It overwhelmed her, and she passed out.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had the real recipe all along, how come it tasted different?
Because the chef is
She might
different.
not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50 attempts, she'd get it right one of those times.
You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier are in a league of their own.
Different doesn't mean bad. Keeps the true receipt herself.
New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before.
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge without Escoffier at the helm?
Oh, all that pressure.
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Get your head out. Get your hands on the codex.
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself, at least believe in me. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours.
And the power sort of went ahead. They let the kitchen.
All this time, I've been blaming other people, but maybe I'm the problem.
Finally, she gets it.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet.
That's understandable.
Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow.
In that case, I'll go and update Verma and his family. I wonder what he'll make of all this.
All that stuff.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
Yes. Sure. Let's go.
That was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home.
For you, it will be triple sweet.
Macarons? Or are you gonna switch it up this time?
What is it, Escoffier?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose?
A little, I guess.
Every year, they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front whose job is to lead the flock. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. They usually imagine someone who's a
Who's
cut
goose
above the
that?
rest, a model of perfection. But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always changing. Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock and allows another goose to take its place. So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something that everyone takes turns at.
I keep
But
noticing
we
that.
humans completely miss that fact when we project our own ideas about social hierarchies onto them.
Her true accent keeps peeking out while she's doing the voice acting. She's good at voice acting. It's just that her true accent, that I'm guessing she's trying to mask, it just keeps peeking out from time to time.
I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal and genius. Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, I see no reason why two different people shouldn't be able to create the exact same dish. Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, I believe they're capable of greatness.
Yes, they are. I don't know if you're right, but I think it's a great thing. Oh, that's a great thing to believe in.
Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get to the bottom of why Savannah failed. And come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the error of her ways.
Okay. Well, 5 AM in the morning. Really? Okay. Do that then. Here we go. Time to teach. I think this is the final part of the actual quest. So before we fully start, I'm gonna quickly go to the toilet. So yeah. There you go. Second, need to put my headphones back on. I really like the little spinning loading one. It's perfect for when I'm off the screen for a little bit. 9, there we go. Nice. All good. Also, my expressions don't work when I'm in Genshin, so I have to click off of Genshin and then do my expressions.
Are you tired?
Oh, wait, what's that? We got a new avatar! Yay. We still need to get this one completely, footsteps of the unlock. Okay. I'm guessing that's a big story quest. Travel. Okay.
Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
Well, time to figure out what the hell was wrong with her the entire time.
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Venegem isn't for a while.
Yeah, but I want to check on Escafé.
Check on her?
Yes,
Why? What happened?
because I feel like... Yeah, I knew it.
Oh no.
Oh, that is so many cakes.
I'm fine. Just need to get some more coffee in me.
You really did pull an all-nighter then.
Huh? What happened to my coffee?
You already drank it
Did
all.
I really drink it all?
Let me get you a fresh one.
Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You take a nap.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
Hello. Hello there. Let me... Wait, do I have a recipe for coffee? I probably have coffee in... Go to the cafe. Optional. Oh, we have options. We do have cooking facilities as well, which means that if we want to, we can cook ourselves. Do we have any coffee? I wish we could sort this by... Well, we have coffee in this one, but we don't exactly have a coffee by itself. Oh, new recipe. Well, new foods. I believe we got them from the ability. Let me check first if we can give it to her.
Coffee.
Oh yeah, we have plenty of coffee. Oh, we could give her an entire cake. Wait, what? Why is there a quest thing here? Okay. Oh, that's if we go through the store, I believe. We can do that. Yep. Oh, new recipes. Nice. Fanta. Really good. We can just ask him if he has any coffee. Any recommendations? Stuff. And now let's ask the other question. You don't seem to pleased. Okay. Oh, we got some new recipes, but I already have the thing that we need. So we're just gonna give it to her.
Coffee.
Here you go, some perfect cakes that you gave us. Wait, did she give us that? I don't think she did.
Strong, bitter coffee
I think I
beans,
made those myself.
transformed through expert brewing and balanced perfectly with rich, creamy steam milk. Wonderful.
I'm glad that you like it.
I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up in your sleep when you get the chance.
How goes the investigation?
I think I figured out where the problem lies.
Hey.
Honestly, it's ridiculous. I don't
I'm guessing
know
it
whether
was
to
like the
laugh
simplest
or
thing.
cry.
Wait, what investigation? What are you guys talking about?
I'm guessing like the baking
I'll
stuff
save it for
wasn't
when everyone
good.
else gets here. It's so stupidly small. I can't believe it's caused so much drama.
And yet, look at the kitchen. Seems like you've had your own share of failed experiments last night.
Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
No.
No.
Did she
not
run
since
away
yesterday.
somewhere?
Why? What's wrong?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing. So, I dropped by her place early this morning to check on her. Only to find an empty house with the doors wide open.
What?
I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the Hotel de Bord. I'm worried something bad might have happened. If she's
We need
not
to find her
here,
now.
then where could she be?
Boss, Escoffier, bad news.
Don't tell me that she tried to
Alphonse?
off herself or
You're
something.
supposed to be keeping watch at Savannah's house.
We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house.
Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places circled. What does it mean?
Wait a second. This feels familiar. I'm sure these places are all connected somehow. Of course, from the Codex. They're all places that Modeste explored on his adventures.
The founder of the hotel?
Yeah, but I don't understand. The adventure logs in the Codex are too fragmented to be of any use. How come this map shows all the missing details?
The Codex de Bord? Then this place marked in red out at sea. Could that be the fabled birthplace of Gateau de Bord?
Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffier that way? Geez, Savannah. Anything to overcome a Gateau Plateau, huh?
Ugh, idiot. Does she have a death wish? Those ruins are thousands of years old.
Hold on. There's more. Besides the map, we also found these letters.
Okay, a letter receiving the several months ago. You received your fruit, didn't you? I know you were responsible for purchasing problematic ingredients that day. What would your friend think? Oh, someone was blackmailing her. Yeah, I sort of figured that out from the cutscene when like she fought back on it. So it was her, and she knowingly bought the contaminated stuff. What would you people all think? So I imagined you'd like to keep that a secret from us. Wouldn't you, Chef? A letter received several weeks ago. Retrieved the real codex by any necessary. That's where the real treasure can be. Oh, the real treasure. Okay, and you gave it away, like a fool. Well, okay, so there is a bigger mystery afoot. That were the real treasure. And yeah, that's fine. You're going to get it back, whatever, whether in a bet or by force, doesn't matter. Oh, I know. Don't you have that cooking showdown? And if you don't think you can win, or you simply need to have your opponent lose. I mentioned of yours, my Andy letter received not long ago. What are you dwelling for? She was the one who concealed the secret recipe in the first place. Why else do you think you've never been able to recreate her work? She's afraid. Afraid that you'll outshine her. What do you think? What do you imagine everyone says about you, both within and beyond the hotel walls? Okay, so someone bad is doing stuff.
It was you. You let the Lumaline through, didn't you?
Oh, he's just gonna read everything.
Sounds like a threat letter.
Okay.
Does this mean that Savannah was responsible for the safety incident?
Yes, it seems
and
so.
Not Monica, after all?
Retrieve the codex by any means necessary. So the cooking contest and the cheating. Someone else was behind her pulling the strings?
She's keeping the true recipe to herself.
Ugh, this is all such a mess. Paimon needs a second to process this. First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest. But now, it turns out that someone else forced Savannah to force Monica to cheat?
Yes. Or is the other way around? Ooh.
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put two and two together as soon as I read your threat letter.
Was Monica.
The food safety incident. The demand for a cooking contest. The instruction to blackmail Monica. Even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan.
I knew
Wasn't
she
it?
was too calm.
Monica?
She was planning this for ages,
We
wasn't
should
she?
be getting close to the spot mark.
Oh. Oh, it's literally... Wait, that's where the big ruin that we sank was. There was a massive ruin over here that we sank. Okay. All Farina.
Of
we go.
all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
Okay, time to swim. Control. There we go. Have not been in Fontaine's waters in a while. Do you know that all of the Fontaine characters can do like dolphin jumps? Jellyfish. Pick. Oh, it's up. Okay, so... Ah, over there. Understood. Let's go. We're gonna get her anyway, so do we want to swap her out with... let's do... Zhongli maybe? No. Oh, you should do.
Time to begin work?
Because we're gonna be getting her anyway here to do like fights. So, there we go. And as I said, we have the perfect team now. Ooh, looks so lovely. For ruins being thousands of years old, I feel like they're keeping up pretty well.
Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly, the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot more sense.
I think Modest's codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remoria. So yeah, definitely the kind of place that would have served food and drinks.
Oh, cute.
Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? How did they get here?
Hello.
Aw, they ran off!
Guess they're not used to seeing humans.
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance.
Oh, that's easy to deal with.
Well, did Modeste mention it in his adventure logs by any chance? They must have gotten through somehow.
Good point. Yes, that's right. It's coming back to me now.
We prepared a banquet for our
Remembering.
shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous chorus, and the path opened to us.
Okay, so feed
we
the...
have to feed the
yeah,
blubber beasts?
feed them.
With what? There's nothing here besides rocks, romaritime flowers, and lumitoile. See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're gonna need them. Now we have to head all the way back to shore and grab
No, we
some.
don't. We have everything here
There's
that
no
we
time
need.
for that. Romaritime flowers and lumitoile will have to do. They may not look appetizing to us, but who knows? They could be blubber beast delicacies.
Ah,
Wait, we're seriously gonna try this?
yes, of course we are. You think way too much into the box. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2. That should be good enough. Two, 3. Let's do 1 more. Okay, that's good enough. And plate. So we want more of this. Then we This one. This one. Oh, okay, we're way off. Okay. I did that completely wrong. Okay, there we go. That's what we needed. That's the one. Perfect. Well, that's one. Chef being a chef.
Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible?
Sure.
Trust me, they'll love it.
More importantly, how do we actually feed them?
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably just scare them off again, and who knows how long they'll be gone.
Do it with the conveyor belts.
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. Oh, what was it that Modeste said again? Something about the food flowing away on the current.
Yes, we have plenty of currents around here. Okay. So yeah, that one we want to rotate. There we go. That's the first one.
Hey, be careful!
And
Scare
then
them
we
off
can-
too much and they might not come back again.
Oh, yeah, we can't rotate that. Yep, happily scuffs down. Nice.
Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
Well, you probably don't want to eat it though. Okay. There we go. And then we want 1, 2.
The track's
Three?
turned back again. Oh, so annoying.
Oh, so we'll need to be fast about that. That's fine. We want 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, that's fine. Perfect. Do your little dash. Okay. Now we want to rotate. Rotate. And then go. There we go. Perfect. And then it will scuff it down. Nom 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 nom. There we go. Well, that's one part of the puzzle complete. And I'm presuming every single part will
open.
have to do with cooking. Chest. Yes. Some more chesticles. There we go.
We're way behind schedule.
Anything interesting around here? Some time ago. I wonder if they figured out how to get through here.
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said your water, the one you just drank out of?
Sure.
The fuck?
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Today, it's finally paying off. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little lapdog.
She's a cunt.
Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling, I want to know where to lay the explosives.
What the fuck?
Did you not hear me? Get going.
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear, if I'd known what you were planning, I'd never have...
Ha! Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been
But she
jealous
did manage
of
to keep up the
Escoffier.
act pretty well.
That's why you lapped up everything I told you. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation hung over you. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her secret recipes from you just to hold you back. It was the only excuse you needed to justify getting back at her. First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor. He offered Modeste his friendship only to murder him out of vanity.
What?
He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. You have no idea the countless hours I spent piecing it all together. So you see, you're no better than Savelli.
She's an
If
ancestor.
you can't
Well,
beat
she's
him,
a
betray him,
descendant of.
I am no Savelli, nor will I ever be.
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior now? Just because you finally realize that Escoffier never kept any secrets from you? You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now? You have no right to redemption.
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness.
But I am done being bullied into submission by you!
Ooh, feisty. But you should watch your tone. Talking to me like that could get you in big trouble.
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned both our water bottles.
What?
Ever since I learned the truth, I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback!
But you drank it too!
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier.
Okay.
You'll die here with me, Monica!
I'm gonna do a setup.
You.
Boss. Wait for this to finish.
What's so funny?
Oh, you're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit just to amuse myself. You gave a very rousing performance.
Thanks, Spencer.
I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just clean, fresh water.
Really?
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, you know? Did you really think your half-baked plot would fool me? You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain, too. A complete waste of space. No wonder you never amounted to anything.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now, I failed again, for the last time.
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. But now the show's over. You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me. But you had your chance, and now it's time to say goodbye.
Stop right there! Let her go, Monica! We've got you surrounded!
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer.
You can't!
Oh.
Stay back if you want her alive! Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in combat, but if you so much as flinch, I can end Savannah's life in a heartbeat.
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this?
Okay,
You're about
I
to
will
commit
hydrate.
murder, and for
For what? A recipe?
A recipe?
Thanks for
You
the hydrate.
chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on kitchen affairs.
I think she
Well,
has
some
no
of us actually
care
have
in the
bigger
world about
fish to
food.
fry. Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi factor in his Gâteau de Bourg, and it's right here in these ruins.
Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Bourg obsession? You've gone completely mad!
I couldn't care less about the cake itself.
No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands, and they thought, ooh, this would go great in our cake mix. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. It's a groundbreaking drug. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui.
Will you listen to yourself? You're completely delusional.
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been.
She set up explosives everywhere, didn't she?
Wait, what's that sound?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
Seems like she escaped into commotion. Let's find another route.
Uh-oh, Savannah's gone too!
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
Well, there is one. Well, there is one piece of good news. At least Savannah is safe for now.
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route.
But how did they get through there to begin with? With, like, everything collapsing and all.
The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere.
Okay, let's go swimming. This massive fucking hole. Nice. Oh, yes. Eat. There we go. An entire underwater ruin. Nice. Oh, we can't use that right here. But there is one right over here. Pick you up. Nice. Well, we could destroy them pretty easily. We do have the explosives after all. But we don't need to do that. Oh!
Golems!
Oh, don't worry about the
They were
golems.
probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
Oh. Well, I need to remember
This is long overdue.
to maybe be a little bit careful.
Access denied.
Oh, we just get... What the fuck? Oh, I pressed the health skill, didn't I? I didn't press the...
My
No!
contract goes...
Okay. Oh, I need to... Yeah, I didn't mean to do the held one. I'm so used to it. I need to go refill water bottle. Okay. Okay. That's, there you go.
Let the show begin. Born of ice and frost. Yoo-hoo!
Well, that was a doozy of a thing. Keep pressing the long press instead of the short press. Also, I didn't know that it would give us 5-star meals as well. Ah, another food.
Another
Area.
door?
Yeah.
Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests.
Yep. Some more lazy guys. You placed the ingredients, you collected. Yep. That's all good. Do that.
A little moose boosh.
That. We just need a. We're getting only big ones. Okay. We can try to do it with this. So we need 2 more red. And how would we do that? So we can give this one. Give this one. And that one? But we need a 3. There we go. Perfect.
Adaptive frosting.
There we go. Perfect. That's done. Now we can bring it to one of those guys. And for that, we need to... One, turn this one. So we'll do that one first. So that just goes straight over there. There we go. I wish we could make another one whilst we wait, but sadly we cannot. No, that's all good.
It seems to really like the texture of Rome Maritime flowers.
Okay, that's finished. Now for the last one. So we need a 3 in total. That should be... No, that's not very good. Okay, let's check if any of this stuff is going to be okay. Okay, so gift 4, but we need a 1 for that. Okay, let's see if we can get a singular... No. It's just gonna keep flip-flopping, isn't it? We just need a single blue one now. Oh, that should actually be perfect. So if we do that one, and then that one, that's perfect. Nice, nice. We're very good at cooking. So now we need to flip this one. And then flip that one. We then quickly do this. There we go. So hopefully that sticks around whilst that goes through. Hello. You fat little dude.
Let's dance.
I keep forgetting that
Access denied.
it's the E. And it's supposed to just be like a simple one.
A little moose boosh.
There we go. That is very good. I can't tell what I'm exactly doing because I have 5 characters, but whatever I'm doing is
I never
good.
knew you could process Lumitwol like that. All right, I've got to jot this down. Lumitwols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
So I love her voice acting and all, but Sam is inconsistent sometimes. But it is still very lovely. Ooh, a little old base.
That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
They don't look that worn either. Could they have been left by previous adventurers?
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste and Savelli, do you think they camped here?
Could have been.
By the looks of it,
Very
this was
likely.
a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date.
Let's rummage around.
Oh, you really think so?
Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen.
Well, I'm a pro at least.
Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasure chests.
And bingo, found it.
Darn it! Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging skills!
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling?
No.
I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me.
No.
Anyway,
We have an entire
let's
book
find out
on
who
it.
was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed. The Treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into a national sensation. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale. But this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it. He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool.
I feel like there's something more to this.
Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure, for old time's sake?
Aww.
Unfortunately, that day will never come.
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died.
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient, the birthplace of Gâteau de Bourg.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste?
Let's keep reading.
If it's true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it.
The taste of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work.
Oh.
He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night, vowing to find out where he had gone wrong. But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original taste. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What
was
had
him.
changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste. The Treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience, but in the long term, it dulls their senses entirely.
So he
In
ruined his
hindsight,
own taste.
It made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late. We were just too late.
Yeah.
Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the Treasure of Remoria. He consumed it all himself.
Yep.
The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally,
No wonder
in
he
despair,
thought it was
he took his own
different.
life. And because we had become estranged, I cannot be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye.
Oh.
Yet despite everything, he sent me his final letter.
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Then,
Yeah.
why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him? Also,
Probably spread
neither
by
the
others.
Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Memoria. It's
Because
almost
why
as
would
if someone
everyone-
deliberately erased it from
Of course.
history.
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gâteau de Bourg, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless.
So he
1
saved
minute a
his
genius,
own
the next a joke.
friend's
It would
entire
surely spell the
legacy.
end for his restaurant too. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot let that come to pass.
So he erased all of it.
I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning details, leaving mere fragments of our story behind. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his
Probably.
demise. But if that's the price of destroying all evidence of my crimes, then so be it. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters. The final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea.
So he probably destroyed what was left of it. Oh no. We got to stop. Yep.
What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be safe for now?
Nope.
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure,
Jesus is gonna
there's
kill.
no
Yeah.
telling what she might do.
So there's no treasure. The treasure has been long gone for very long. Oh, not someone. Oh. Wait, did he die here? Might have done. Well, that's a big room.
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for generations. But I have to
Okay.
thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the Codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this place. But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might
You
is
might
within
want
my
to
grasp.
not touch
The
that
treasure
thing,
of Remoria
because
is mine.
those guys are gonna kill you instantly.
It's empty. It's
Amazing.
empty?
Yes, of
Monica?
course it's empty.
Oh, we were seconds too late.
Escoffier? What's the deal with that jar?
It's supposed to be the
Savelli's final act.
yeah.
He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore and make sure it would never harm anyone again. So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
This can't be happening. All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All my painstaking planning. All that for an empty jar?
Monica, don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous than you realize.
your pie hole!
Well?
Praise be to Lord Remus.
Who's Remus?
You barbarian shall be slain.
Okay. Damn. Dead on the spot.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else! Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out!
Real quick. Yeah, her buff is so good for, like, any cryo team.
Why is this place still shaking?
Because everything is gonna fall apart. Maybe it's because the fighting, or maybe because Mary was so trigger happy with her explosives.
Either way, it's all her fault. Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here, travelers!
I think she got struck down instantly. Well, we have someone to pick up first.
Okay, I'm coming.
What the fuck? You're not dead?
No, you don't.
How the fuck aren't you dead?
Get what I want, neither will any of you.
That was a flintlock. You had one shot. You missed.
I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psycho!
Yes, she is. Yes! Nice work.
Savannah? Oh, when did you wake up?
Okay, leave her behind. We're gonna go. She can get buried.
Maybe a lousy shift,
Whenever I see the
but
name
it looks like I'm not a complete waste of
Monica, I
space.
think of the Doki Doki. I did start playing that a couple of weeks ago. I didn't really get very far into it, but I would like to play the rest of it. But yeah, I get it. It's like I haven't made the link whatsoever because I have not really done that much of it. So yeah, maybe next week we'll play some of it, because this week on Saturday we should be playing some D&D, so we might do it on Sunday. We'll see. But it's a lot of reading, so as someone who has like really severe dyslexia, it's gonna take a little bit longer than I would expect it would take for most people. Hey, we need to go.
Traveler? Okay, let's go!
Yay, they left her behind. She can get fucked. It took me so long because it's just has so many words. Yeah. Well, that it just is basically a novel with pictures. I'm not dyslexic. I just don't like reading. Yeah. For me, I do like reading. I read manga like every single day. But
Escoffier,
when it
Savannah!
comes to like just blocks of text,
Traveler,
my
and
brain
Paimon.
immediately cuts out. Like I need pictures to like be in between the stuff.
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our merry derrieres while the Traveler and Escoffier were out here risking their lives?
We had to do something.
But I'll
Even though that something ended up being, well,
I've
waiting
never
for
played
you
any
here
of the
instead.
Persona games. I somewhat know the story of the Persona games. Like you have a different personality and,
And
stuff.
I certainly
and,
don't deserve to be your
uh,
head chef.
Stuff like that.
It was my
Persona
fault
games,
Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her standards. I acted like a tyrant in the kitchen. And now I almost got myself killed. Come back, Escoffier.
Damn it, another ad.
And be our head chef again.
I'm currently trying to
I'll never be able to
romanticize
replace you.
a
Okay, so
back alley
everything
doctor.
I said to you the day I left,
Okay.
it just
I feel
went
like
in
a
one
lot
ear
of
and out the
doctors
other.
in fiction are either like
Sorry, I was
massively
kinda in my own
tired
head at the time.
or
All
they
I could
have
think
some
about was the
incurable
Lumiline
disease
situation.
themselves.
What was
Like,
it you said
how
again?
are all the doctors in fiction like that?
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. And you're not
Yeah,
nearly as
or they're
awful
like
a chef as
super
you
fucking
think.
shady, just like,
If you were that
oh yeah,
bad,
I'm a
why would all
doctor,
your staff show up
but
for you?
I work with the bad guys.
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot.
I feel like the only
but when it
doctor
comes
that I
down to it,
know
you're the one
in
who's
like
always
anime
doing whatever
and
it takes to make
fiction
sure the customers
that
get served
is
on time,
both
every
good
time.
and doesn't
Things were
really have
pretty
anything
rough
wrong with
after
it
Escoffier left. And
is
Savannah's the only
Recovery
reason we've
Girl
been able to make it through.
from My Hero Academia. She's
Our
just like
customers
super
know
fucking
that
old.
Escoffier doesn't
So
work for us anymore. But the fact is, they keep coming back. If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what
argue
is.
put aside
At the end of the
him
day,
being very,
we're all human, and we all
tired.
make mistakes.
I feel like
all we can do is
well,
recognize
that's also
when
a
we get
trope
it
with a lot
wrong
of doctors
and do
that
our
they're like
best to
massively
improve.
overworked.
That's all
Like
that's
every
humanly
single like doctor
No,
that I've seen,
I get what you're saying.
as I
but
said,
what I
they
did to
either have
Flo
like
and to
massive eye
Escoffier,
bags,
it's unforgivable.
like under their eyes,
Well, about that,
constantly,
there's someone else here to see
or
you,
they
Chef.
have some massive disease that
It's
makes them
been a
cough up
while,
blood
Chef
constantly.
Savannah.
Like even in Genshin, the only doctor
I-
that we know,
I'm
which
so
is Dr.
sorry.
Baiju, he has
I
a
put far too much
incurable
pressure on you.
disease that he
And the
keeps
way I
coughing
stubbornly
up
refused to
blood
go
and
and
like
see you
coughing
after you fell
constantly.
ill.
Like, how does every
There's no
doctor like,
excuse.
is like that?
I'm
There's
too
always
late,
something wrong with
aren't
them.
I? The damage is done.
Dr.
I heard
Baiju's,
that
Baiju's,
you can't even hold a kitchen knife anymore.
Actually, I think I'm going to be just fine.
So I will show you who I'm talking about.
We thought
I don't know
Firma's
if you
problem was
know
purely
him or not.
psychological in nature.
Baiju's
But
a
after
Chinese
the threat
southpaw.
letter
Oh,
came to
okay.
light, it got Firma thinking.
Didn't know that.
And then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night. And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumaline the whole time.
No way! Doesn't that cause nerve damage?
Yes, it does.
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects.
Oh.
A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that mean more fragile or
Baiju's,
more hot-tempered.
Yes, he's that one.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said
The
that
one
with the
with
low
the-
dose
yeah,
I
the
was
one with the
taking,
little white snake
risks
around
are
his
pretty
neck,
small.
that's Dr.
They also
Baiju.
fixed me up with some meds and said I should recover in no time.
You're already sounding a lot more confident.
Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling on to.
There's more. We believe that Firma was likely not Monica's only victim.
You mean she poisoned me
Yep,
too?
probably her too.
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time!
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there.
Yep.
So tasty food will seem like the most delicious thing in the world, while food you don't particularly care for will become utterly revolting. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior and apologize to every single person you've wronged.
Okay.
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it that no matter what I do, my Gâteau de Bourg never tastes the same as yours? Is it just... I mean, is it because you're a genius?
Now we're gonna
not?
find out what you actually figured out.
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
Yay! That's why people were saying that it was undercooked. Check your equipment.
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy between the temperature setting and the actual temperature. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica must have tampered with them. I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affects
Category
both our
won't
teams.
actually do
But
much.
of course,
Yeah, I know,
Monica
but
sabotaged mine,
when
so that could never happen.
they're saying like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be like
spent so
super
long
fucking
trying to find
precise,
out where
like
I was going
to the
wrong.
degree.
And then you pinpoint the problem in just one night? It all comes back to one simple, undeniable truth.
Like in a
You're
lot of
a
cooking,
genius.
like very
And I'm
precise
just plain
cooking,
old Savannah.
you have to have like a specific amount of
Cut it
temperature.
out.
So
Stop
like
the woe is me
uh,
for a second and just
basically
think.
you're thinking of
I
it
came up
as
with this
chemistry
recipe.
because
You don't
certain
think that might have
things
something to do with
boil
it?
at specific
Do you know
points
how
and stuff
long
like
I
that,
spent
and specific
perfecting my Gâteau
reactions
de Bourg?
happen.
3 years.
I know.
3 whole years.
But it's just chemistry.
I know this dish inside out, back to front and upside down. And you've been head chef now
do,
for what? 6 months? If
Biochem,
that?
though.
A couple
Ah.
hundred failed attempts, and you're gonna throw in the kitchen towel and declare you'll never be
For me,
successful because you're
physics
not a
was
genius.
always my
You
favorite.
clearly have no idea
I always
how
got
many
it
kitchen
so easily.
failures I've had under my belt.
Then
Or just how
chemistry
long it
after
took me to
that,
finally get my recipe
and
to
then
a
I
level
could
I was
never
satisfied
get
with.
biology.
Genius or
Biology
not,
was
everyone
just
makes
something
mistakes.
that I could never get into.
Modeste did, Savelli did, everyone does. You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes. Learn from
Mine
them
was,
and then keep
biology,
chipping away
chemistry,
until
and
you
then
crack
physics.
the problem once and for all.
I feel like
Surely you
everyone
haven't
is
forgotten
good
all
at
that.
one of them.
You were no lousy chef back when I handed you the reins.
I haven't forgotten. And I'll make sure I never do.
That's our head chef.
Haha! Sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hotel de Bourg kitchen anytime soon. Huzzah!
Aw, what a perfect ending to a crazy journey. Look how happy everyone is.
Ah.
So
And
got
we
your
have one
mojo
dead
back
person
now?
too. Nice.
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier.
I feel like there's
In
always
fact,
at
no.
least one dead person in
Thanks to
a
all of you.
Genshin quest.
Aw, friends again. So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Yeah, hydrate. Hydration. You can't hear it because I have very good noise suppression on this microphone. But I did drink. Yeah, it's nice.
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback.
He has an
you
angry
cheated in our
face.
last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right now.
She. Oh, no, that's
But-
wrong one. She
But that was
Angie.
mostly Monica's fault, wasn't it?
Yeah, but she went along with
And
it.
also, does it have to be right now?
Nice. I hope it
Savannah's
was
only
nice
just
tea.
got her mojo back, and you barely escaped from a death trap.
No excuses.
Was it like
this is a
a
cooking
herbal
contest
tea,
between
or
two top chefs,
is it
and nothing will
like
stand in its way.
it's a bad thing that
So
you
grab your
finish your
spatula
tea?
and get ready.
Very
'cause
good,
this
50
rematch is
year
happening
old.
today.
Damn.
Right now, this instant.
50-year-old tea?
Hey, so, this whole time you were salty about losing?
Of course she was. Older than me. Yeah, it's twice the age of me.
Contest commences now.
Nice.
This time, no more games and no holding back.
What is her tale about, though? That is like one thing that I'm still wondering. Like, the fuck? The animations are really nice. I really am. And I think she's finished already. Nice. Why is it glowing? It's 2.6 times older than me. It is exactly twice my age. Come on.
I
Put out your
feel
feet.
like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace
I'm
your
so loving
failure.
this.
Taste it, digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's
uh,
easier said than done.
So, the blonde one, she is very
I'll do it.
strict, but she has constructive criticism. For example, the redhead one, he was just a bitch. He didn't give like any feedback or anything like that. But the blonde one tells you, okay, you did this wrong. This is what you did wrong. Do it again.
Quite rightly, too.
Also, she's a massive tsundere, which basically means that she will not admit what she actually thinks. For example, you just saw like her being like, no, as her tail was waggling.
Considering she lost.
So yeah, a classic tsundere of seeing that you've played Doki Doki Literature Club, you know a tsundere here from there. That's the pink-haired one, the like short pink-haired one. Yeah. So she's basically the same character. So she will show her emotions with her like little tail waggling, or like other stuff. Or when she's sad, her tail goes down, but she won't show it like with her actual words.
Now,
Which I do
where
like.
were we?
I do like that type of stuff.
Yes. Do you have any more questions for me after everything that's happened?
What are your future plans? Are you going to stay in the cafeteria?
I thought Navia would have filled you in. And
No, she did
actually,
not.
I said all this to Savannah before I left. Although, as we saw, I don't think any of it sank in. I had two reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore.
Okay.
So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve myself.
Improve how?
Do some simple cooking.
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, I saw so many new possibilities.
Yes. She actually met
She
her.
has that same
Nice,
adventurous
nice.
spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus, lizard tails. With her, nothing's off the table. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored,
Zhongli? No,
hiding
not
away in
Zhongli.
ingredients we overlook.
Pinyan. Yeah, she really knows
Case
how
in
to
point, remember
use
those Romaritime
everything.
flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now. Did you taste the difference?
What? Paimon didn't notice at all.
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature taste.
I'm now thinking
And the
who
other
else
half,
she would need
It
to
lies
meet
in freeing
to
yourself from the
improve her cooking
confines of the
even more.
kitchen. You've got to go
The
out
owner.
and explore the
He needs to meet
endless
the owner
possibilities out
because
there.
the owner has the blessing
Suddenly
of
not
making
sure she wants to try your cooking anymore.
everything that she makes taste delicious, which means that she would give her a run for her money. So yeah, I feel like she needs to meet the owner, see like how she does it, and try to reproduce that stuff to try and make it taste as good as the owner does.
Don't
Only
worry,
Genshin
it's
character
not
I
going to be
know
a
is,
free-for-all like in Modeste's time.
Garmin. Yeah,
Before I put
Garmin is
anything
pretty
into
cool.
my food, I'll obviously
I
do
like
my
his shows.
research. Make sure it doesn't contain any harmful substances. In the meantime,
I'll
take
show you some of
this.
the characters.
It's a recipe for Petit
the ones
Gâteau
that I
de Boer,
mean.
revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers. Hope you enjoy, and remember, feedback is always welcome.
All right. So, do you ever see yourself returning to Hotel de Boer?
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanish M that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable level.
Good luck.
You know, Paimon's still a little
It's fine people
disappointed that we
mixing
never
up
got to
Chinese
see the treasure of
lions
Lemuria.
and dragons.
Sure,
Yeah,
Monica
I
wouldn't
guess
have gotten
like
drawn in so
people
deeply
just
if it wasn't for all the
put them
mystery
together because
surrounding the
like
original Gâteau
similar
de
shapes.
Boer. She
Not
practically
too much
dedicated her life to
distinction
finding the
between
lost
like the
pieces of Modeste's
designs,
diary. Then went to all that trouble
but obviously
to
they have
infiltrate
like
the Hotel de Boer.
completely
In the
different
end,
styles.
It was all for nothing.
Okay, She sold to herself for a dream, then had a rude awakening.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modest's writings and what we saw in those ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth. The so-called Treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitwals.
Yep, probably.
Better known to us as Lumiline.
So, same thing. Yep,
So then,
we already have it.
why all the hype back in the early days of Gâteau de Bourg?
Don't forget, it was a very different
Oh
era.
yeah, and
we could
they
barely
probably
even
haven't.
refine sugar back then. So desserts were very much in their infancy. In a world of bland food, it's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute.
Yep.
Even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that much these days.
So after all that, there was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk.
Yep.
Feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return.
She got exactly what she deserved.
Hey!
Huh? Navia?
You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. They ran a special issue. Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Remoria. A magnificent jar thought to be over 1,000 years old. Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value. It could be worth an absolute fortune.
Well, that was sort of smashed.
Isn't that the jar they used to hold the treasure?
Yep.
If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something. Ugh, it's such
Or
a shame.
smashed it to pieces. Well, she did find the treasure. It's just that she sort of destroyed the treasure as well because she didn't ever think, oh yeah, that could be valuable. Okay, let's see what the recipe this got. Also, what was that 5-star dish that we got? This one. The hell? Increase the party's members' attack by that much, critical damage by 24%. Okay, not bad. Actually, that is literally better than the one that you just get for... Okay. Yeah, her cooking is better than everything. Okay. That is very interesting. Ah, there we go. Got a bunch of new recipes and stuff. So yeah, I'd say that was a very fun quest. Oh, and we can claim this and level her up. Where is she? Cryo. There she is. Ascend. We can ascend her twice.
Mastery isn't just a...
That. 50. And ascend one more. Go. I'm glad that I have 2,000 of the leveling up materials. So yeah, that is pretty good. Very lovely. He's sort of glowing. Yep.
Oh, protect us.
There we go. Yeah, we got a new girl to the roster. Oh,
I believe this cat belongs to me.
I already told you. this
I did
isn't
not
your
realize
cat.
that I...
Just take a breather, you two.
Okay. I did not expect this. I had another quest going on, which is Lumine's storyline quest. Can I exit this out? No. That means Alter Fortis. Because I forgot that there was one. And I forgot that it was in Fontaine. So, Alter Fort. There we go. But yeah. I'd say it was really fun today. I'm glad that I played Genshin. I'll do the quest of what is it called again? Why am I blanking now? Windbloom, yeah, the Windbloom quest. I'll do that by myself. I am not like letting anyone suffer like any of the non-existent voices. So yeah, yeah. Let's say we end it here today. Now, who should we raid? There's a couple of people that I could raid. 1. There's Vash. 2. There's Moneybomb. And 3. There's Sagisawa Ria. So we have those 3 that we could raid. They're currently all streaming together. So we could do either one. Well, I haven't raided money in quite some time. So, well, the thing is, whichever one we raid, we're going to be raiding at the same time. So, I'm going to go raid... Yeah, let's just do money. The local money bomb. Yep. I do hope everyone else had fun today as well. /raid. There we go. Yeah, they're currently just playing some Overwatch and getting drunk in the process. I do not drink, so I do not. But yeah, send some love to everyone else. So yeah, hope to see everyone on Friday, where we're probably going to be playing some Ace Combat and try and beat the entire game. Well, we have beaten most of the game. We just need to get a little bit further in it, is all. Okay, raid messages. Raid and raid 2. There we go. The first one is for non-subbies, and then we have the second one for the subbies. So yeah, I really did like her story. It was really lovely. I liked the twists and turns. Also, I really didn't expect the villain in it as well. Hey, Lubbers. Whoa. Anyway, I hope to see everyone on Friday. And yeah. Oh, I am tired. I'm gonna probably cook up some food and then go to sleep right away. Eating some noms. So yeah. Well, bye. And thank you for popping into my office.